Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers as doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Now, Lord will is going to be a quick lesson based on the NYC protest that happened, I believe, 2 days ago. Either yesterday or 2 days ago. Now, these are just some photos that I took, screenshots of a channel. I think it might be Al Jazeera. Let me see. No, it's a Middle East Eye. That's a really good news channel. I'm not even gonna lie. That's a really good news channel. But I was actually seeing the crowd, the protests of them marching, because I was working, and then it was so much traffic, and then I saw them. It had to have been at least like, I would say at least 2,000-3,000 people, because the amount of people that walked down one street, it took them about 40 minutes just to march, and you saw nothing but people. They're protesting against this guy right here. You know who he is, the head of the small hat people. I'm trying to use wisdom to use code, the head of the small hat people. And it says it right here. I'm gonna just say it. Israeli PM gets a New York welcome outside the UN. Because not last week, but for the past like 2-3 weeks, they've been there have been UN meetings for the past 2-3 weeks in the city, in NYC. There's a whole lot of traffic. You could be stuck there for like you could be stuck there for like an hour, But that's besides the point. The point is that this is prophecy coming to pass. They were protesting against what's going on in the land against the Palestinians. And I saw a Colombian flag too. But yeah, this is it. This dude is a war criminal, free Palestine, genocide. See? Yeah, there's a Colombian flag. I'm pretty sure that's Colombia. The Palestinian flag. But this is gonna be quick. I'm gonna break. So yeah, Lord will. This is quick and edifying. This is not it what I'm talking about. But yeah. Let me get a scripture first. 2nd Esdras chapter 9. I've been getting this scripture for like every lesson, but it's prophecy. I can't help it. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1-3, and then I'm gonna read the article and go over some of the pics again, the screenshots, and end the lesson, Lord will. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1-3. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1 says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before." And how do we measure the time? We measure the time by the scriptures. We go into the scriptures and match it and link it with the current events that's happening right now. Which the current events that are happening right now is prophecy. Prophecy concerning WW3, prophecy concerning protests and wars and rumors of wars, uh, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. You know, it's all happening right now. Jacob's trouble with the raids, with the ice raids, and they're going in. I think they're just getting worse as time goes on. Like, you see certain videos, they're not playing with women, they're not playing with children, they're not playing with old men, old women, and that's Ezekiel 9:4. The Lord's wrath is pouring out through Esau upon his people. You know, this is judgment coming from the Lord. No matter who it's from, this time it's from the so-called white man. It's been from the so-called white man for the past couple hundred years. But it's going to end pretty soon, you know. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we measure the time by using the scriptures. The scriptures is a measuring stick. That's how you used to tell what time you're in. We're in the last days. You know, we're at the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And when thou seest this part of the signs pass, which I have told you before, that means that certain prophecies are coming to pass, and certain prophecies are going to come to pass. It's leading up to it. And verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the Lord is visiting the world which he made. Nothing but chariot sightings. Nothing but chariot sightings on the news. Before, it wasn't on the news like that. No, before, it wasn't on the news, period. It wasn't on the news. And now it's all over the news. Now in social media, regular people just uploading videos every day of chariot sightings. And also, you know, brothers uploading videos of chariot sightings every day. You know, the government had to disclose it. Like, yo, yeah, so-called UFOs are real, and we have data and documents on it. And yeah, it's just too much, so they had to reveal it. Wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. The Lord is visiting the earth, the earth with earthquakes, with strong hurricanes, you know, with very horrible natural disasters, you know. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which are protests. I have to give it again. Let me search uproar, meaning, I went over this in the previous lessons, but I'm gonna go over it anyways. Uproar definition: a loud and impassioned noise or disturbance. And the other one is a public expression of protest or outrage. Outcry, furor, outrage. So protest is an uproars of the people. What does impassioned mean? Impassioned mean filled with or showing great emotion. Make passionate. And why are they going out there and protesting? Because of wickedness. Because of evil is being done by Esau. Major corruption, genocide. This is AI overview. I typed in NYC protests. Significant protests in New York City have been occurred recently over several issues, including immigration policies. The Northern Kingdom is being heavily attacked and kidnapped, and being sent to detention centers, being deported, being sent to other countries. Some are even being sent to Africa. Is let me say that word, Palestine relations, small hat Palestine relations. I'm gonna say that. Climate change and wealth inequality. Taxes are going up. Rent is going up. Yes, Alakia. Up and wealth inequality. Taxes are going up. Fees, there's a fee everywhere you turn. In NYC and like major cities, they're putting speed cameras, speed traps, and what's the other one? You have speed traps, you have red light cameras to where if you pass it, you get a ticket. More police presence, So that's taking a chunk of your pay. Every time you drive, there's a possibility of you getting a fee, which is a ticket. Pay stays the same while everything else going up. Rent goes up every year. People in NYC, the majority of them, especially in the city, Manhattan, they have roommates. They could be doctors, lawyers, making $100K plus. They got a roommate. A one bedroom is like $4,000 in the city, and when you go out, a one bedroom is $2,500, $2,000. You'd be lucky if you find below that price. Wealth inequality. The rich is getting richer, poor is getting poorer. The NWO, that's a part of it. Upcoming events include rallies for climate change and a breast cancer awareness drum rally. Recent protests, Stand Against ICE Day of Action, protests at Immigration Court September 18th, September 26th, anti-small hat leader protests. Protest blocking industrial site. Climate change, September 20, make billionaires pay. So it's a whole bunch, and there's more coming up. So this is not just happening in the city. There's a new uproar or protest happening all over the world. Every day or every other day you wake up is a new protest against corruption, against evil, against wickedness. So was this it? Yeah. 1,000 protests. Netanyahu, I said it. Small hat leader, UN speech in New York City. Demonstrators gathered early on Friday in Times Square before making their way across town to the UN buildings. Let me get to the meat of it. Palestinian flag, protesters, most of them young, signs reading, end all U.S. aid to small hat land. Arrest small hat leader. Stop starving Gaza now. Because what them small hats are doing is wrong. It's still the judgment of the Lord, though. But Esau is still the wicked. He still have to be judged. But the Lord is using Esau to bring forth a lot of evil on the earth. And a lot of those storms are caused by weather machines. A lot of those, like, natural disasters, fires, lasers from space. Esau had that technology. He was blessed with the sword by Isaac, Small hat leader, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. Let me see. 1,000 protests. I saw one with the Colombian president, like somebody from Colombia got his U.S. visa revoked. Oh yeah, Colombian president accuses Trump of war crimes. Loses U.S. visa after NYC protests. So it's prophecy, right? Now back to these. A representative from the and small hats, actual small hats are there protesting against what's going on in the land. So it's not just Ishmaelites and Americans, and maybe they're protesting over there in Europe, because anti small hat land protests is going on all over the world. It's not just over there in the land and in the U.S. It's all over the world. All over the world. A lot of murder is going on. Monster. This is what's going on. This picture.
Hello, customers. Upon
Yeah, Salakia. Let me. Yeah, just do these pictures, and you could go read this. It's all over the news. As the speech began, dozens of world leaders and diplomats walked out of the assembly hall in protest, even as U.S. diplomats cheered him. So this is major. It's not just the regular average people. It's actual dignitaries, leaders and diplomats are walking out on this guy. No one likes this guy. Everybody's against Amalek. And Amalek is getting the U.S. in major problems. No, that's what's the scripture? It's in Jeremiah. The least of the flock. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon. The modern day Babylon is the U.S. It's Babylon the Great, and his purposes. Babylon is going into the Hebrew word Babal, because this is a land of confusion. Nothing but confusion goes on here. Average people are tired of confusion. They're tired of having happy alphabet people try to change their children out. Try to turn out their kids at kindergarten age, first, second grade, third grade level. Come on now, that's confusion, and that's evil. And his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. He's talking about this place. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the least of the flock is going into insignificance, because let me just go into the word, and then I'm gonna end the lesson. Little, insignificant, young, insignificant, ignoble, lesser, young. And the whole world is looking at these people, even though they're the head tribe of Esau, the Amalekites, and they rule the world. They own the corporations, they own the banks and all that. But everybody's looking at them as being insignificant because they are, you know, little insignificant in dignity, younger. The least of the flock is talking about the small hats, and it's gonna draw out Babylon the Great, the U.S. to WW3. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, because the small hats own the U.S. They own Babylon the Great. They own all the major corporations and the parent companies. You know, it's all owned by small hats. These major record companies, the head of them, small hats. Major food companies, small hats. The entertainment world, the head of them, the head of those companies, small hats. Right? So the least of the flock, which is Amalek, is gonna get the U.S. in so much trouble that they're gonna draw them to WW3, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Armageddon. And that's the end of the lesson of this protest, which is prophecy. Prophecy means to say before, and it was written thousands of years ago, and it's happening right now. Right now, it's happening. Prophecy is coming to pass. That's the end of the lesson. Lord wills edifying. Hope this wasn't too long. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Har Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone.